Welcome to the Calyrex Game Corner's Pokemon D&D campaign, featuring Cindy, a young vagabond from the Hoenn region with pyromaniac tendencies, Gimli, a stocky, burly miner from Sinnoh looking for his lost son, Elodie, an enthusiastic foodie and baker from Kalos, and Schmidt, an enigmatic man from Johto with a duck. My name is Rich, and I'm the Game Master, and this is Dunsparce and Drampa. Panic! With the investigation of the horrific and mysterious occurrences at Mount Chimney, Schmidt's Fletchender Meryl Cheap dexterously removed a hyper-powerful artifact from the rocky transformed carapace of a forlorn Camerupt. Upon doing so, Mount Chimney rumbled back to life, triggering an eruption of pent-up flow that's been half a year overdue. A large cloud of soot has blotted out the sun, the sunlight filtering through, casting Hoenn in a dreadful orange-red tint. About a dozen large volcanic boulders have flown out of the caldera in various directions, followed by a steadily flowing stream of lava flowing southbound toward our heroes, and soon the hundreds of citizens of Lavaridge Town. Geysers of steam are erupting all over the face of the mountain as the earth continues to quake. Gimli, Cindy, Schmidt, Elodie, and Symmetra are standing in front of the entrance to the former Team Magma, former Team Energy secret hideout, collapsing due to volcanic tremors. What will they do?
Oh.
We are not in true initiative, but there is a sense of urgency and your actions take time. You are not on a timer, but your actions take time.
Cindy probably started to cry.
Crying is a free action.
Perfect.
Of course, crying is
I
a free
know,
action.
that's like Cindy's thing.
Yeah, crying is, of course, a free action. So we have to figure out where we want to go, because we have to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And probably stop the
Preferably
lava coming for the
down.
city.
How are we gonna stop that? I don't.
We have some water Pokemon.
I think it takes a lot more than that to stop a whole stream of lava. Like, sure, you can expose it to water, it turns into rock, that whole thing, but like, a handful of water Pokemon and rock Pokemon are a little bit more hard-pressed, I think.
Or at least let the town know that that's happening.
They are aware.
They might be aware.
Okay.
It's a volcanic eruption, not like a casual sneak attack from the lava.
Yes. The sky is not blue. You cannot see the sun, and the sky is orange and red.
So they're like, it's a bit toasty, and the sky is a little bit clouded out.
What can we do? I feel like we don't have a lot of agency in what's going on right now.
Well, we don't want to swim in the lava.
True. That would be bad for us.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously have to try to escape. Now, I don't think going to Lavaridge is in our best interest, because that's where it's going. The lava's going towards Lavaridge.
Oh, what if the people there need help?
That's true. We can help the people. If the party wants to help the people, we can go towards Lavaridge. But there's probably obvious risks to go with that, such as exposure to hot lava.
So we shouldn't go like boulder surfing on the lava.
Sounds risky.
This is a little risky there.
Sounds like a dex check away from death. So
You're welcome to ask questions, of course, but if it's something that requires a check, that will absorb the time that you have. As far as discussion, this is like in a state of stasis where you can make plans all you want.
So do we run towards Lava Ridge-ish? Like the outskirts of Lava Ridge, so maybe we're like just outside of it, but we can help if needed.
is there a clear... Well, okay, I guess we have to check for that. Is there a clear path towards Lavaridge, or is it completely treacherous?
This is not something you need to check for, because this is the way that you came up. You are forced south. You basically have to go southward because that's the face of the mountain that you're on. You could charge east or west, but that's going to be treacherous because you're just going through dense forest. Once you exit Jagged Pass, there will be a fork, and you can decide what happens at that point.
Okay, so I guess we can look. Yeah, let's look to exit back the way we came through Jagged Pass, and then check our observe our surroundings there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Are we all in agreement? We're charging down to the foot of Jagged Pass.
Yes.
Okay. With a slow but menacing lava flow close behind, I need each party member to make a DC 5 dexterity check, as there are tremors and steam geysers erupting all around you.
I got a 5, so I passed.
There you go.
I
Ladies
also
and gentlemen,
passed.
I got a 5. Let's go.
Let's This is
God, that's
so
not
bad.
that's not good, dude.
Uh,
I got an 8 for reference, but
I mean, technically, I guess it's not penalties because I was like, I have that whole no.
is
no
plus
penalty.
117.
Let's go. And Symmetra got an 11. So a couple of you barely keeping your footing as you're running down a pretty steep cliff face. As you're running, you notice Pokemon in every direction fleeing. All the birds are leaving the trees, and as you are inhaling from working and running so hard, you are breathing in very unpleasant air filled with smoke and soot. It is a hellish landscape, one might describe. And as if you turn around to look up the mountain, you see that just all the little shrubbery and foliage is just igniting, and the lava is leaving a wake of destruction. So you make it to the bottom of Jagged Pass. You find yourself at a crux. You can turn right, and there's Lavaridge Town, and you don't know what's going on in there, but there are lots of people there. You can turn left towards the desert to Route 111 and 112. That's kind of towards Mauville. It's just back west. Or you can stay exactly where you are and do something else. I don't know. What's your plan?
What were y'all feeling, Lavaridge?
yeah. Is the lava still chasing us, or?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It is at a consistent speed that is pretty close, maybe a little bit slower than your walking speed.
Does it look like it's gonna hit the town?
Yes.
Oh boy.
So we should. I mean, yes, they're aware that there's a volcanic eruption, but like try to rally everybody to maybe more water Pokemon can stop the
Sure.
lava flow.
We can go to the town. Yeah, I'm down.
Sounds good.
Let's move.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sam is doing whatever the party is doing, of course. Our brave heroes run to the aid of Lavaridge, who they know are in imminent danger. There they see the gym leader Connor, out with his trusted Pokemon, his shiny Volcarona, standing, looking at the erupting mountain. And he has a look of concern on his face, but also determination. Behind him, there are town people running around everywhere, gathering up their belongings and fleeing to the east and to the west. The citizens of Lavaridge, you know, it is named Lavaridge as such because historically this is at the foot of a volcano that does have activity. Just it hasn't seen activity quite like this in quite a long time. As you turn around, you can see that where you were standing just about 30 seconds ago is now just a pool of lava. The wall, I want to describe it as a wave, right? This wave of lava is slow moving. It is approximately 200 feet wide. The parts of Lavaridge that it threatens imminently is the market and the Pokemon Center. Those are the first two areas. The next area, if it crawls further diagonally, is going to be the residential area and the Right of Learning. And then beyond that is the Pokemon Gym. And then after that, it is just natural rocky cliff faces with very little foliage that probably won't ignite at all. But all of Lavaridge is in danger. It seems like Connor is posting up with his Volcarona. He's coming up with a scheme. He's trying to think about the best way to handle this. He's also shouting at people to run, get away with their lives if they can.
I run up to him and ask what we can do to help.
He says, "Strong trainers, I'm so glad you're here. We need your Pokemon if you're willing to help. If you can't help, then you must flee right now."
I think we can help.
Yeah, we can help.
He says, "Great, we're going to need it. Anything that you have that has water abilities, can move the earth, can blow strong winds, we need all of them."
Interesting.
All I got is fire.
That won't help.
I don't know. Fire with fire, maybe? Probably not.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'm looking, I guess, to use, since I have a collection of Pokemon that know rock moves,
Mhm.
I want to help build a wall to redirect the lava direction that it's traveling in, because we're looking to push it down to that rock face, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got some,
You're going to do some
rock
damming,
wire.
kind of.
yeah, kind of some damming, yeah.
Okay. Who are you using?
I have Trevor Turtle and Lasagna. All are capable of doing that.
Okay. Do note, this is our first session where we're implementing new action rules, because this is like an initiative thing. We're battling the lava. We're on a timer. It might impact how well things go if you are too distracted.
Okay. Explain those distraction rules again.
Sure.
Just for familiarity.
Okay. So in trainer battles, wild Pokemon battles, anything where Mons are taking turns, this is what we're going to test out. If there's a trainer and one Pokemon, they get full use of their actions. They get full movement, they get full actions, they get full bonus actions, all of that. If one trainer is using two Pokemon, which is a pretty common thing for battling, pretty reasonable, both Pokemon get their actions, And the trainer who is giving those actions must sacrifice either their own action or their movement, because they are, turns are technically like 6 seconds long. And if you're giving commands, it takes time. If you have 3 Pokemon out, the trainer will get no action or movement. And the trainer makes saves at disadvantage and is also easier to target by physical attacks if that is happening. Any more than that, and then the penalties just get worse.
With that in mind, then I will not be using Lasagna at this encounter. They will remain back. I will be using Trevor and Toidle to do those rock maneuvers.
Cool.
Same logic, though. Using Rock Tomb to kind of build up a wall and Rock Blast to reinforce it.
Okay. We'll say that you're getting ready, and then we'll start to the combat after everyone has kind of laid out their plans.
Can I intimidate the lava?
You can do whatever you want.
Go for it.
You can do whatever you want. Like, oh, the lava reacts. It turns away.
Well, yeah, Jack has intimidate.
Roll perception, Cindy. This doesn't count towards anything. I just want you to look at this. Potentially.
13.
13. Yeah.
Wait, what is my modifier?
Wisdom.
Sorry.
It's pretty high, I think.
+1 to 14.
Okay. You notice that among the hundreds of people in Lavaridge who are all scrambling, some of them are gathering their kids and their belongings and they're running past you. Some of them are gathering buckets, going over to the hot springs, which are now not hot, but they're not cold anymore either. They're like warm. The warm springs, and they're filling buckets full of water.
Okay. So my Pokemon can help with that instead of fighting fire with fire.
Potentially, yes.
All right.
If that's what you wish to do. There are resources where you and your Pokemon, or just you as a person, could help fight if you wish.
I think me and Soli, our game plan's going to be to try to get buckets of water to help.
Okay. All right. Others?
Yes, I will bring out bubblegum and grape juice so that they can use their water.
Okay. Schmidt?
I'm looking over all of my flying moves, and I realize that a lot of my stuff is very melee, flying stuff, like aerial ace, acrobatics, brave bird.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have Jessica, who does have hurricane.
True.
So I'm gonna do one of those.
I would
just hurricane it.
I would like to remind you and everyone, because I think this is similar to what Gimli is doing. If there is something that seems feasible for your Pokemon to do in a natural setting that isn't an attack that they know, then that would just be like a nature ability check, and that is something that they can do.
Like they could use their wings to flap at the lava to cool it down.
Yeah, it can kind of. It can.
I'm sure Richie the Emolga isn't gonna be generating super strong winds.
Sure, yeah, that's fair. But Patricia, could almost certainly do that.
I guess.
Quacko.
The wings are cloud. I don't feel like those have a lot of oomph.
It does learn whirlwind by it can do that stuff.
In my head, it's all flying types innately know gust, and all water types know water gun, and stuff like that.
They can perform the maneuver. Yeah. If a water type could not spit water anymore, I'd be concerned.
I'm sorry if that wasn't clear, and you don't have to do that. No, your plan is still great, but I don't want you to count anything out because they don't have the move for it. Is what I'm coming at.
Yes, I don't think Richie would do anything. I don't want Quacko on the front lines. Jessica has Hurricane. I guess Patricia and Meryl Cheap, if I'm needing to have more. Flap their wings and do windy stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
And that would be the game plan.
So you're sending out 2 or 3 or 1?
3, I think.
You're sending out 3?
Jessica, Patricia, and Meryl.
And you're familiar with the new things that we're implementing, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just as long as you know. You all see, as your party member and friend, sends out her trusty partner, Weavile, who was recalled back when you were originally escaping the energy base. And she pats him on his little pink tuft of the head and gives him some consoling words. It seems like he's ready to do something, even though he can't stand the heat. Symmetra also seems to be deep in thought. Let's roll for initiative. Elodie, what is your first course of action?
Oh boy.
There are some key buildings that you could station yourself around. You could just run up to one end of it, perhaps. It's kind of an amorphous blob, so which direction you attack it kind of doesn't really matter.
Right. I think I'll station myself by buildings, because I'm not sure water is going to really do much to a mass so much as just help things not die.
Okay, sure.
Probably like, is the Pokemon Center covered or?
The Pokemon Center and the Pokemon Mart are the first buildings in danger.
Okay, then I'll go by those.
Okay. Do you do anything? The lava should arrive in about 10 or 15 seconds.
Then I guess I'll start using some water moves on the water that is approaching.
The lava that's approaching?
The lava that is approaching.
Sure.
Yeah, got confused there.
Give me just standard D20s and add your Pokemon's main attacking modifier.
Got it.
I think for Bubblegum, that would probably might be Charisma, maybe, or Dex. I think for Grape Juice, it could be Con, maybe. I don't know. Basically, whatever's highest that they attack with.
Let's go with, so Bubblegum got a dirty 20, and Grape Juice got an 8.
Cool. For my purposes, it's not like the lava has like HP necessarily, but there is... We're kind of treating it like a skill challenge. There's a secret benchmark that is only known to me, and based on how well you all do in these next few turns will be basically how well you can protect Lavaridge and how many people survive. Keep that in mind with your moves, that they are important. So yeah, 20 and an 8. Which one got the 20 again?
Bubblegum did.
Cool. Yeah, Bubblegum, ready to fight the fire. Start shooting out water towards the lava. It seems like the little bit of lava that had its trajectory towards the Pokemon Mart is slowed down a little bit. This stuff is very, very hot, but the water isn't evaporating as it connects. It is turning some of the lava into stone. But then lava from behind just continues to flow right back over it. So it requires a constant stream. Speaking of constant stream, your other Pokemon, which was Grape Juice?
Yes.
Grape Juice has a hard time keeping a water supply. Grape Juice shoots out a bunch of water doing the same and has to more or less catch their breath and then keep blasting out water. And it is slightly less effective, but it is doing work. Anything else you want to do?
I think that's probably all I can do for now.
Okay. Schmidt?
Here we go. My game plan is just to have Patricia start picking people up and putting them on top of buildings, I guess, if they can't leave.
Okay.
But I'm thinking maybe we should get some of our people up there. So maybe Elodie or Gimli. Just have Patricia carry who they can on a roof.
Okay.
It's only double its weight. So I'm assuming only 1 or 2 people at a time.
Yeah, I think that works. You could push for more, potentially, if you do you want to do a strength check or something. Is it just Patricia who's scooping up people?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Patricia's the only one big enough that can.
I think so. You can kind of decide, Patricia could scoop up, several children, right? Or, 2, maybe 3 adults, right?
Okay.
However you want to delineate that.
They're not in, immediate danger, right?
Not yet, but within the next minute.
Within the next minute? Okay. Okay, yeah. If there's any, stragglers that are, struggling to, escape or get out of there, Patricia definitely wants to, pick them up and put them on top of a building.
Okay. Give me... Is it just Patricia that's doing things this turn?
I was going to have Jessica hurricane the lava as well. Or, hurricane Elodie's water moves to help. I don't know if that would help or hurt, but...
I kind of like that. That'll require a combo roll. Let's start with Patricia. Just give me, a strength check. Just one strength check for zooming around, helping people out who need to get places where they aren't yet.
Oh, yikes. That's a 7.
Okay. She's helping. The heat is making it hard for her to fly. It's the same thing that happened to Meryl Cheap. Because of how hot it is, you kind of just soar upwards. It's really hard to keep your momentum. Let's get a combo roll for, let's say, Bubblegum. I'm sorry, I keep mixing them up. Bubblegum had the high 20, right? Was that
yes.
Okay. Roll a d6 for Bubblegum, and then Jessica will roll a d6 as well.
Okay. I got a 3.
I got a 6.
Okay, that's really not bad. We're gonna increase your Hurricane DC by a secret amount, but roll to attack a Hurricane. I know it's a save, but just roll whatever stats based on. Should be Dex, I think.
13.
Okay, not bad. Yeah. So Jessica zooms around with instructions given from Schmidt. She identifies people that need help, that are falling behind, people that are children that are carrying too many of their toys and that can't escape in time. And she's seeking to either bring them to safety on rooftops of the gym or the Rite of Learning, or down to Route 112 where they can begin to flee down to Mauville or somewhere else. Up next, we have Gimli.
Proceeding with the game plan to build a dam, I think, in the most immediate vicinity of the lava that's coming. So I'm looking to make a dam that because obviously the it's coming towards the march, so I want to redirect it to like make it go down, basically.
Sure.
So we're looking to assemble as much as possible to get at least most of the lava redirected so that it's going, obviously downward instead of towards like the Pokemart.
You're trying to direct it south instead of east. No, instead of west. Instead of west.
Yeah.
Cool.
Give it a pathway going down that way.
I like that. And what's your method? Just rock tombing, basically?
Just summoning rocks and setting it up with because both my guys have like the ability to like, you can justify Trevor with either like rock blast or sand attack.
Absolutely.
Obviously rock tomb is rock tomb. So
okay, yeah, we can do either just separate rolls for that, or I know you love doing your partner roll. If they're doing the same thing, they could maybe just summon bigger rocks together. If that sounds like fun.
Yeah, I would definitely like the partner roll. Yeah, they're working together on it. So
sure, we'll give them D4s because they're party members.
Okay. 2 and 4.
Okay. It's not 1 and 4, so it's pretty good. And then give them their checks. Or you could like double or nothing and do one big check.
I'll do them separate. Let's do...
Does Gimli's passive activate here?
Excavator, get an advantage when destroying or modifying his environment, including when do so as an attack. Yes.
Yeah, so you get advantage, which is awesome.
We'll do Trevor's first. Got a 17 and a 12, so we'll take the 17. That's a 21 then.
Great.
And then Toidle will do... Well, thank God for advantage. So Toidle, that's a 19.
Great. Very successful. Very good rolls. Where are you positioning this?
It looks like the Pokemart and the Pokemon Center in the most immediate danger. I would want to set it up around there and kind of work my way down. You can see where it's like Hot Springs Poke Center and like start to build my way down that way to start the redirection.
Okay. With the dam that your Pokemon create incredibly well, they're basically made to do this sort of thing. A rock wall is constructed very swiftly in a matter of seconds around the Pokemon Center, and it seems like although the lava will reach that area, it will have to build up and flow over that wall, or it will buy you more time at the very least to protect people or save people, or stop the flow. So very nicely done. Anything else that you can do, want to do?
No, I think it's pretty solid.
Okay, I agree. Cindy.
Me and Sully have joined the people with the buckets at the hot springs. I imagine we organize similar to like a assembly line, like scoop up a bucket, pass it, dump it kind of thing.
That is true. That is correct.
Oh my God, it's the water rail gun.
More or less. Yeah, I need dexterity checks from both Cindy and Sully for passing the buckets.
Cindy got a 13.
Okay.
Oh no. Sully, get it together. Sully got a 8.
Okay. As long as we're getting points, that's all that matters, baby. As described, Cindy has joined the Hot Springs water railgun. Interestingly enough, each bucket that she passes, it seems like it's getting warmer and warmer. There's a little bit of steam coming out of the hot springs, which is something that the Lavaridge residents have wanted for a matter of months, but I don't think they wanted it to this extent. Anything else for Cindy?
Nope.
Okay. It is now the townspeople and Sam. Sam will go first. Sam reaches out a hand and she commands Frostbite the Weavile to use Icy Wind, a chunk of lava that is heading towards the Pokemon Mart. Frostbite does pretty poorly, gets a natural 5. Breathes out the Icy Wind, but it just isn't really powerful enough to do a whole lot. A small patch of grass freezes over and takes a little bit longer to burn up, but besides that, not much of an effect. Sam looks a little disappointed. Connor sends out his Volcarona, and it flies high into the sky. It looks impressively beautiful against the disturbing, hellish, apocalyptic sky that is full of gray clouds and red sky, and it flaps its wings brilliantly, and scales glimmer off, and they shimmer in the eerie light, and creates a small hurricane that finds its way weaving up and down the outskirts right around where Gimli built the rock wall. Let's see how well that works. Pretty miserable. That was a natural 2. With an impressive showy display, the environment for creating a gust of wind in this really thick hot air it almost only made it worse. The lava continues to charge down, and Connor just looks disappointed, shakes his head, and now's not the time for heat. We're trying to stop it. And the Volcarona is just still beating its wings and trying to figure this out as best as it could. The town people keep doing their best. There is a toddler wearing a green t-shirt and cargo shorts, and he's probably a little bit too close to lava, and next to him is a little blue alligator Pokemon, and he's just spitting a very pathetic stream of water, and he says, go Chompo, I know you can do it, and Chompo's going and shooting water, but it's like it would hardly put out a matchstick, but they're really trying their best, and that's what matters. They care about their home. In this meantime, of course, Patricia is gathering up people. There are some people gathering on the rooftops of the gym and the Pokemon Center. The residential area is largely being evacuated, and scores of people are running past you to Route 112, hoping to clear the path of the lava and get down towards Mauville before it cuts off their escape. That being said, the lava is approaching. It has now connected to the rock dam that Gimli has built. It is starting to pile up around it. It is actively starting to flow into the hot springs. The supply is going to be cut off pretty soon because the hot springs are just going to be full of molten rock. It is moving swiftly towards the Pokemon Mart, but thanks to Elodie's work, as well as the efforts of the townsfolk, they still have a little bit more time before it burns up the building. All the shopkeepers are running out, and a couple people, it looks like, are running in. Perhaps they are looting. We're going to go back to the top of the round.
Is that small child still near the lava?
Yes.
Is he nearby to me?
More or less, he's like 10, 15 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna run over and scoop him up.
Okay, understood. Make a strength check.
Okay.
He's resisting.
Fucking child.
I got a 10.
He got a 9. Oof. He's thrashing about. He says, no, I have to protect my home with Chompo. And Chompo is like doing the classic Totodile thing where he's like, bah, 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 bah. He's like really upset that you're like,
I know this.
You're interrupting. But you're definitely doing the right thing. What do you do with him?
I'll just bring him more towards the center of town or I guess be like, whose child is this?
Do you ask this?
Give him to who is it, Patricia, to take away, fly away.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Patricia needs to yoink that child.
Come
right
get
now.
your child. Like, what are you doing?
Yes.
Just hold it up. Patricia, please.
You do that. It seems that a number of other Pokemon have seen Patricia's efforts and have joined in. You're assuming that these are all trainers Pokemon from the town. One of them is a large bird with a brilliant tuft of plumage on the top of its head. One of them is a magical looking spinning starfish that is using psychic abilities to lift people around. It is the starfish that identifies the child in the Totodile and brings them to safety on top of the gym. What about your Pokemon?
All right, we're gonna keep blasting this water here, trying to get it away from the Pokemon Mart here.
Okay.
The wall's pretty high at this point, is it?
It is. There's a considerable buildup. Rather than being like 6 inches of lava, there's about a foot and a half behind that part of the wall.
Probably be better to have a wider wall than a taller one, maybe?
Perhaps.
Potentially?
Then I'll try and keep adding on to like the sides of it with my 2 Pokemon.
You're moistening the sides? Are you adding more earth and rock? What are you doing?
Like adding more water.
There are little cracks in the dam where lava is spilling through, but just like they're like little droplets. It does not seem to be structurally compromised yet.
Okay.
You could look to, since hitting the lava with water hardens it, that could like artificially reinforce the wall if you focus on those areas. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that. That works. Let's do that.
Gotta hit it hard with the jet streams there.
Okay.
Would that be the same? Just roll d20s and add attack modifiers?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, one of them got a natural 1.
Okay. Did we decide who that is? It doesn't really matter, but
I'll give it to Grape Juice just because that's funny, because that always happens.
Okay.
And then Bubblegum got a 10.
Okay, understood. Yeah, Grape Juice completely fails to comprehend the command and just looks up at Elodie quizzically. Bubblegum understands and does their darndest to contribute to the efforts. Because you scooped up the child, we'll say you can't really move. You will probably need to move next turn. That might be something that is required, depending on what happens here. Gimli.
So as Ellie said, we're looking to go wide with this wall, and since we already pretty much have the Pokemon covered, and we'll probably go double back to reinforce it, gonna go down toward. Actually, well, I don't want to lose the water supply because that's something because we only reinforce basically the Pokemon Center, right? Like that's where the wall is.
Right now, yes, it's on that corner.
So I would definitely look to, as much as I want to protect the Pokemart, it seems like everyone's starting to evacuate there, and the hot springs is probably more useful to us. So I will look to continue that building process, but on the hot spring area.
So northward rather than southward?
I think so, yeah. Okay, so combo roll for my duo. 4 and 2 again. Okay, and then the separate d20s. First Trevor. Trevor got a 19.
Okay.
A 16 for Twiddle.
Players who are not Gimli, if you feel inferior to Gimli doing this, you're kind of supposed to. I wouldn't feel too bad about it. This is like Gimli's jam. So
I'm literally a miner. I have the ability to modify terrain like as one of my specialties. So like, this is like
he's killing it. Yeah. So good rolls. Not necessarily as good as last time, but still excellent. Still doing a really. You're at this moment in time, Gimli is contributing the most to the efforts of protecting Lavaridge Town, and Connor sees that and appreciates that. The wall continues to stretch northwards a little bit. It ends up splashing into some lava that is flowing, but it ends up just drying up and not connecting with any buildings, which is great. And the wall is reinforced towards the northern direction, preventing flow from there. Anything else Gimli can move or act? Or like act like check.
I'm gonna do a perception to like look around and see if anyone needs my own help, because it seems like my gang's got it as long as I tell them where to go. So.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can make that roll.
Perception. I got a dirty 20.
Okay, yeah. You hear the screams of a woman who is very, very scared and frantic, and towards the residential area, she says, "Gerald, my sweet Gerald, I have to get you out, but I can't get in there." It seems like someone has someone else trapped inside their home and cannot get them out. And they're very scared.
Can I tell my Pokemon where to build next and then try to run over there to see if I can help them?
I will say yes. Too much? They will not get their excavator bonus.
Okay. That is a good thing to know, because that has been very clutch, and I think my efforts to build the wall, as selfish as it is, might be more important than the single person in the house. Can I explain that to the rest of the party, that like I need to stay for this wall, but someone needs our help?
Sure.
Okay, I will do so.
Okay, you do that.
So the rest of the party is aware of that, but I cannot leave this current scenario.
Okay, understood. Schmidt, what is Schmidt doing?
Second verse, same as the first, I guess. Unless there's like, I don't know, any more children that need to be yoinked.
There is that house
that are immediately going for. Yeah, there are the people in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quacko's there with me. How far is the house from me? My position.
It's about halfway deep into the residential area. So from your position, it would take your whole action to walk there, but you would arrive. Or your whole movement. Sorry, not your whole action.
What if I just sent Quacko to fly over there?
Yeah, you absolutely could.
That'd be too much?
No,
okay.
You can do that, and you can kind of like play through his eyes, more or less, if you wish.
Yeah, Quacko just fly over there and just slash the door down.
Okay. Yeah, he can do that, because Patricia's doing more of the same stuff. Roll a dex.
God, my rolls tonight. For 9?
9? Okay. Yeah. Quacko slashes at the door and does slash it off of its hinges. As he flies over, I don't think Schmidt would know this, but I think it's fine if everyone just has it for the flavor. There's an elderly woman. She has a cane, and she's clamoring about Gerald, who is inside. The door is removed, but whatever is inside is bigger than the doorway and just can't get through the door. And it is making grunts and moans like, "Burr, burr," and it just can't get through. So
that's awesome.
The removal of the door may help, but it does not seem like it is quite enough. Okay.
Do I need to roll perception to see what this is?
Why not? I'll give that to you.
Okay.
Technically, only Quacko will know it.
Is it Quacko's perception, or?
Yes.
Okay. Out of wisdom, which for Quacko is +1, should be 13.
13. It is definitely a Pokemon. It is very large and wide, and it is humanoid in shape, and it looks like it has blue pants. That is what Quacko sees. Anything else?
Patricia's still just going to be on the lookout for more people to scoop up. And has Elodie abandoned the water thing?
Has Elodie abandoned the water thing?
I probably will next turn.
Okay.
Okay. I'll just have Jessica poised with Elodie to either hurricane and do like a combo roll, or to like helping hand, whatever.
Okay, I like that. And Patricia's kind of on autopilot, right?
Yeah.
I want to give her a bonus thing just because I want to, and I think she deserves it. Roll charisma for her.
So charisma check is a crit. 20. Let's go.
Look at that. The reason why I wanted a charisma check is because Patricia was inspiring the other people to do the same thing, to help people get stuff out of the way. And she's also just a beautiful dragon bird, just really lovely to look at and very inspiring. There's a reputation for Altaria in this region to be popular Pokemon contest participants because they're gorgeous. They're amazing. And this is inspiring a lot of the people who live in the town, and more sending out their Pokemon to help scoop up people, and more sending out Pokemon to help with the initiative to fight off the lava, just because Patricia is so freaking cool.
Let's go, Patricia.
Let's go, Patricia.
Very good. Cindy.
So you said, was the hot springs like currently getting hit with lava, or like what's happening?
It is starting to. The lava is burning up the wooden pathway that leads to it. And the water inside, as I said, is steaming. It might be getting close to boiling, but it is at risk.
Okay.
The wall that Gimli's making is helping for sure.
I guess I'll continue working with the people like at the hot springs to do what we can with what's left of it.
It is still working. It is not a lost cause anymore. So you're welcome to make dexterity checks for that.
All right. Oh no. Cindy got 5.
Okay.
And Sully got 12.
Okay. Yeah. Cindy doesn't drop the bucket or anything, but manages to pass it along, doing the assembly line and all that jazz. You only have one Pokemon out. Is there anything else that you do?
I feel like just continue the water situation as best as I can.
Understood.
I guess I could let somebody else. Who else would be good at passing water, though? Maybe Toro Cat. Yeah, we'll send Jack out.
Okay.
And have Jack help.
Jack will be sent out, but he will not do anything this turn.
Sounds good.
Okay. Up next, we have the other folks. Sam, concerned look on her face, looks down at Weavile and realizes, 1, Frostbite hates the heat, and 2, it's just his moves are not going super well. She thinks to herself, and she runs over to Cindy. She approaches Cindy and speaks to her up close and personal, requesting to pull her aside. Does Cindy agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Sam runs up to you, and she says, Cindy, what happened minutes ago inside the chamber? You remember, right? You know what happened. You saw all that, right? Right? She seems very frantic. She says, you have to use it. You have to take the artifact and use it yourself. It'll save everyone. On
my Pokemon?
Probably solely. You two are the closest, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It should work. It has to work. It's the only way. You got to do it.
What you gonna do with it? Fight fire with fire?
You just have to try. Just trust me. I believe.
Okay.
Does anyone want to roll a perception? I'm going to roll for the other people to see what they're doing. Does anyone want to grab that perception?
I can grab it.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
I have rolled a 15.
Okay. Did Gimli want to do it or no?
Sure. Why?
Okay.
I rolled an 18.
You see Sam run up to Cindy with Frostbite at her side and just gesture kind of desperately and out of breath and looking concerned and then confident and then looking concerned and then confident. And then Cindy starts to remove her backpack. The townsfolk are going to do their thing. Connor's Volcarona got an 11, a little bit better. He sees the particular effort that Gimli's been putting in with this rock wall and is looking to hopefully just harden the lava that is on the wall just to make it more of a wall. He does that to a slight extent. If anything, it just kind of seals up the cracks that is in the dam. So the lava is still piling up. It is still pushing in that direction, but it's a little bit more time for the Pokemon Center. The townsfolk, inspired by Patricia, are getting more and more people to safety. This is a very good thing. However, the lava is starting to reach its critical point for 2 areas: the Pokemon Mart and the escape path from Route 112. So the power in the Pokemon Mart goes out, and there is smoke inside. And there are some people inside too. They're not employees. You are assuming that these are people who are trying to loot things. It is not looking good. There is just a flow of lava that is covering the escape route. People are either going to have to fly over it somehow or take a hike, which takes a lot longer. However, it does kind of technically make them a little bit more safe because the lava is going to take a while to get up there. But at this point, no one else is escaping on foot. You might wager that probably a third of the people who are trying to escape managed to escape on foot at this point. But now it is too late. We're going to roll back to the top of the initiative. Elodie. The Pokemon Mart is in imminent danger. The Pokemon Center is probably okay for a little bit longer. At the end of this turn, the hot springs are going to be out of commission, and the residential area after the Mart is going to be at risk.
I'm going to go and yell at the people in the Pokemon Mart to get out of there.
Okay. I want a skill check here, but I don't know what. Probably just straight charisma, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intimidation.
Sounds accurate.
It would basically be
We're going
intimidation.
to roll first and then see what I
persuasion
say.
anyway.
Persuasion?
I guess you are persuading. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, if you want to put your proficiency bonus, I'll take it.
25.
Let's go. What do you think Elodie says?
You people need to get out of here. You are about to become lava soup.
Oh, the visual imagery of a meal combined with the impending doom that is brought by the lava stirs something inside of these petty criminals, and they realize, what good is a couple of snacks and potions if I'm lava soup? And they begin to charge out of the mart because they're realizing that this is not worth their lives, thanks to a brave soul who warned them of such. Because of your incredibly high roll, everyone has escaped the mart. So when it does eventually go up in flames, there's no people inside.
Let's go.
What does Elodie's Pokemon do?
Good question.
For reference, I'm looking to wall the residential area next, if you need that
Okay.
to help with your decision.
Yeah,
Because
I
obviously
can.
the Pokemart's like Dunzo.
Yeah, there's no saving that now. Yeah, I can relocate there and start assisting with the wall building efforts with the water, I guess. Because the lava has started to already flow over, right?
The dam that's in front of the Pokemon Center, it seems like in the next 15 seconds it'll begin to trickle over. It will not ignite the Pokemon Center quite yet. The Mart is doomed at this rate. You cannot save the Mart. And the Hot Springs is going to be doomed as well.
Okay, then I guess just relocate to the residential.
Understood. Just on the eastern outskirts of it.
Yeah, I guess there's really nothing much my Pokemon can do in the meantime other than just relocating to there.
Are you sure? It's fine if so, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to deny you any opportunity.
That's probably, all we're going to do for now.
Okay. Understood. Schmidt.
So we still have this big thing that is not getting out of this house. And it's just Quacko by himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely... I am putting Jessica on Gimli. And so that way Gimli has an extra helping hand on whatever Gimli's doing for the rock tomb walls and everything.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Do you have any flavor for what that looks like?
I think Jessica just flies over to Gimli and is on Gimli's shoulder and it's just clapping away.
Cheerleading, baby.
Yeah, that's what that mon's all
Cheerleading.
about. I guess one of the forms is all about cheerleading, but still, it's inherent. It's in the blood. And because of that, I'm not going to make you roll for it because it's going to work.
Jesus, I'm going to have Schmidt go over to Quacko. And then Schmidt gets eyes on this thing.
Yeah, sure. This old woman is in shambles, and there's just a large thing in there.
Would it be my action to move there, or can I communicate to her?
You can talk. That's fine. I'm not
Okay.
if you're making a check or something, I'd say maybe disadvantage. But if you're just going to say stuff, that's different.
I'm just going to ask her if she has a Pokeball for this, or...
She says, Gerald, my beloved partner, his Pokeball's inside, and I'm not in there.
Okay, that sounds like a mission for Quacko to slide in and try to find that Pokeball
Okay, what's his method
and
of
get
doing
him in
so?
there.
There's a door that is blocked. There are 2 windows that are closed, and there's a chimney.
I thought it destroyed the door.
You destroyed the door, but
Let's
there's a
block
big
that
old thing in front of it.
So we got to get this guy back. The door that is blocked. Okay. First initial thoughts to go through the thing, but I don't think that's the best. Can I have Quacko knock out a window and then just fly in there, pick up the Pokeball?
Absolutely. It may take a little bit more than 6 seconds, but can absolutely do that. I will request the strength save this turn.
Strength save.
Or no check. Or it's not a save. It doesn't change your roll, but
It's a 16.
16. Window shatters.
Yeah.
Sound of glass. And Quacko will be able to get in there and start looking. I believe that should do it for Schmidt.
Yeah.
Okay. Gimli.
All right, so we're going to continue our wall building efforts, mostly going towards the residential area around the spot where, like, see where the Pokemart's getting overtaken. We're going to try to, like, reinforce that spot before it rushes in. And then, yeah, D4s. I got a 1 and a 2, so that's very close.
Okay.
For the combo roll.
Yeah, that's very good.
And then see my excavator for Trevor. Trevor gets an 18. And total crit.
Incredible. Yeah,
I was
very.
going to say, just remember you have a helping hand on whoever you choose.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's
So,
like,
which is a 1d6 to 1 ability check or attack roll.
How long does it last? Is it just one turn? Because that could be stored, I think, maybe, depending on what this text says.
yeah, because I'll consume it now and just add it to
Within the next 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's this
Oh,
whole...
10 minutes? Holy crap.
I would hold on to it, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely pocketing that. Yeah, I'll just have Jessica stand ready to also, like, attempt to bail me out if I need it. Because I'll recall my mons and try to fly away with her. That's the case. Yeah, no, I think we're good. Otherwise, yeah. Building the wall up on the residential area.
Okay. Yeah. And you do so very successfully. The residential area has a considerable number of seconds before it goes up in flames, which the residents are very grateful for because that's all their homes. So they're very happy about this. So good work. Nicely done. Can Gimli do anything else?
Not sure. I mean, I can perception to look around to see if anyone else is in trouble.
Okay.
Continue redirecting, I guess.
Sure.
I can't really leave. Yeah.
You can make some sort of check, yeah.
Oh, I crit.
You crit?
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Because the path to 112 on the road has been blocked off, people are just kind of standing there and they're panicking. They're stressing out. They're like, what are we going to do? Like this steep cliff to hike up. I don't know. And Gimli, using his intuition of how to adjust the environment to his, to his favor, he sees that within the forest that is next to the cliff, there is one mighty tree. And if that tree happened to be fell, it could provide a bridge for maybe a couple minutes because of how large it is. It would be fallen over the rocky cliff face and not the lava directly, because that would obviously just burn up right away.
It would just burn away, yeah.
Yeah. But he sees this and he's like, this is an option.
How far away is that because I mean, I know I personally could take that down potentially.
Yes. It would be a full movement. One full movement.
Full movement, okay. And then moving away would lose the excavator, obviously, to go focus on this.
To your friends, yes. You would gain it if you ran over there and messed with it. You would still have it.
Right, I would still keep it.
Yeah.
Just concerning because this rock wall really stalling out things.
Yeah.
But can help people escape, potentially. I'm going to I know Schmidt's really busy, but I'm going to let Cindy and Elodie know there's like an option that they can potentially take to help get civilians out. Like, hey, if you guys can knock down this tree... we can get it into a bridge position to be able to get people to continue to escape. Give you guys something to play around with.
Great.
Because I gotta keep building this wall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Doing the thing. Okay. Cindy, what do you do?
I pull out the Atlas stone.
Uh-huh.
And I present it towards Soli, and I'm assuming Soli's gonna like reach out her paw and touch it.
Okay. Do you do that?
Yes.
Give me an intelligence check for Soli.
Oh no, it's a -2. Let's see what we roll. Okay, 13.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Soli seems to somewhat understand the command, and she puts her paw on the Atlas stone, and at first is like kind of looks at it quizzically, and the Atlas stone glows. It glows a red color. She kind of investigates it closer with her eyes, and she tilts her head down. And at that moment, there's a shimmer from the Atlas stone. In a flash, there's a giant, bright white light. And then everyone in the area experiences an intense vacuum of hot air as it funnels directly towards Cindy and Soli's direction. Every person and Pokemon make me a DC 10 con save.
What the fuck?
Oh.
I need to make one too. Am I part of the needing?
Absolutely.
Goodness.
Okay, I got a 10.
Okay.
Trevor got a 15.
Okay.
And Toidle got a crit fail.
Okay.
Cindy got a 13.
Okay.
And since Jack's out, let me roll that.
All of Schmidt's Pokemon passed, but Schmidt got a 5.
Okay.
Jack got a 17.
Yeah, so Toidle's the only one who failed.
I passed both my
It was
Pokemon failed.
10, right? Yeah.
Okay. Every person and Pokemon that passed are fine. Every Pokemon that failed takes 6 points of damage as all of the air is sucked out of their lungs. Every person that failed takes 3 points of damage as they are also winded. All of this air that is funneling towards Soli transforms Soli into temporarily a giant fireball. At this moment, the fireball immediately dissipates, and all around Lavaridge is a feeling of coolness as all of the heat has been absorbed. On the other side of the fireball, Soli has changed. Soli is probably about 50% larger. Each of her tails has a significantly large blue flame at the tip of it, and surrounding her are 9 blue will-o-wisps. She has an impressive blue hairstyle, and 4 of her tails are looping around her chest, creating a constantly burning chest plate made out of flame.
It's like Dynamax Ninetales.
Atlas Ninetales. We got Atlas forms, baby. That's what the whole region's all about.
Make a history check, Cindy.
4.
It's a tense moment, and Cindy is very confused and doesn't know what's going on, and her best friend looks super cool and has transformed, and something crazy happened where she vacuumed all of the air out and then made it cooler. It was very neat, and she remembers that someone once told her that she kind of was expected to do something like this, or there was a name given to Pokemon that does things like this, but she can't quite remember it right now. There's just a lot of trauma in the past few weeks, so she can't quite summon it yet, but perhaps if she sits down and thinks about it, she might remember. Anyways, Soli has a new form and has new powers and is willing to receive a command from Cindy to do something. Sam failed her check and had the wind knocked out of her, and she's on the ground, and then she looks up and she has a grin on her face as she sees Soli.
Can Soli suck more heat out of the lava?
Please roll the first Arcana check of the campaign.
For me or for Soli?
For Soli.
If it's wisdom, that's +4. Okay, 9.
It might be intelligence. I don't know.
It's intelligence.
Sorry, yeah.
It's intelligence, then it's 5.
Okay, it's still 5. Soli takes a step forward towards the lava and doesn't quite realize how large she is. Her beautiful tails are flowing everywhere. This has grabbed the attention of everyone in town. They all experienced a massive vacuum, and then they turn around and they see this beast that they've never seen before. And Soli squints towards the lava, and a small chunk of it, probably about 5 feet wide, just immediately turns to stone and loses all of its heat.
Okay.
That's it for Soli, and I'm going to say that's it for Cindy unless she wants to move.
I guess as my party will just kind of, or not my part, my group of Pokemon will position in a place that's conducive to not being caught up in the lava as it continues to flow.
Okay.
As far as movement.
Cool. That will be it for Cindy. Pretty normal turn. Sam will collect herself, and she'll just kind of stand up and slowly walk towards Soli like she's entranced or something. A lot of the people in town are very curious as well, but they are trying not to be distracted so that they can continue to fight the good fight and put in the effort to keep Lavaridge, their home, safe. Connor's Volcarona, they rolled so low, they just are distracted by Soli. I think that's fair. And Connor's like, Volcarona, come on, what are you doing? Connor is too much of a Lavaridge lover to be distracted by this. The lava moves forward. At this point, the mart is on fire, and half of it is overcome, and it is just melting. It's just melting into the ground. The Pokemon Center is still protected. Temporarily, the lava is starting to dribble over the wall. It is starting to approach. The hot spring has become just a pool of stone at this point. The the small corner that is the top right corner of the residential area, the house that is closest to the lava is starting to smoke. It is not on fire, but it is experiencing the heat for sure. Everyone can hear murmurs of Gerald in his house going, just unable to do anything. He is very scared. We'll loop back around. It's Elodie's turn.
I'm gonna make for that tree that Gimli mentioned about being able to topple over it.
Sure. You do that. What now?
I'm going to tell my Pokemon to attempt to cut it down in the direction that it will make a bridge for the people to walk on. Probably have Grape Juice will have the best chance at doing something like this, like
Come on, Grape Juice.
mud bombing it, I guess, or something at the base of it.
Okay. I like it. Why not? Mud's good. Let's see it.
Good. Mud could have knocked down a tree.
Sure, why not?
That'll be a 10.
Okay. A 10's a 10. Grape Juice, the brilliant, cute, purplish pink Marshtomp, shoots out some mud, and it splatters onto the tree, and it pushes it a little bit, but it's still pretty firmly rooted.
Okay. We might have a little Bubble Beam action come from Bubblegum. Maybe that'll do a little bit of damage. Just chip away at it. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. Let's see the Bubblegum on the tree. It is a grass type, so it resists.
Also a 10.
I'm also kidding about the resist. It's a tree.
Yeah, it's a tree.
Yeah. Oh, true. You knocked it out. Way to go. No. Yeah. Honestly, Gimli's seeing this happening, and it's really not anything. The tree's being attacked, but it's a big tree is kind of the point. It's a mighty tree, and it could serve as a great bridge. And so some mud and some water is definitely some stuff that this tree has seen before. So it's not too beat up about it. Good effort.
Doing our best.
Yep. Anything else you can do?
That's all we'll do for now.
Okay. Schmidt.
Quacko's inside.
Okay.
Has Quacko located the Pokeball?
Quacko needs to look for it first.
Quacko's rolling. I'm assuming perception.
I think this is investigation because you know what you're looking for.
Okay.
You're not just observing.
Gotta love Quacko, but he is not intelligent.
You can make it a dex check. I'm going to imagine that he's sweeping his leak around, just knocking stuff over, because this house is going to burn up probably, so he is just looking for it.
That'd be awesome. A dex check would also be awesome, because that would change it from a 9 to a 14.
I think that's fair. He's knocking shit around, and he eventually finds a Pokeball, a regular old Pokeball. Now, what Quacko decides to do with this Pokeball might have some implications for this world. So I'm kind of curious to see what happens, or if it'll work.
Implications for the world. I was just gonna have him yoink it out the window.
Okay, but yeah. Never mind. Forget what I said. That's fine.
Were you gonna imply Quacko uses the Pokeball?
Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what's gonna happen. Is that gonna work? I don't know. But I think your plan is better and safer and is not a moral controversy. So.
Yeah. Can Pokemon capture other Pokemon?
Yeah. I kind of don't want to deal with that right now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But yeah. Oh, so are you trying to yeet it out the window?
Yep, that's what Quacko does.
One more dex. One more. Una mas.
Okay. Give it a little bit of flavor. Quacko could even be like baseballing it with his leak.
I mean, that's what I was picturing. So it's perfect.
Yeah. 17 on that one.
Perfect. Does Schmidt catch it?
Yes. Well, I guess does Schmidt have to make a check?
I think that'd be fun. You like rolling dice, don't you?
We are playing a dice game, so
might as well roll.
Oh, well, Schmidt got a dirty 22.
Let's go. Yeah, this little baseball thing was perfectly coordinated. It's like you guys play catch all the time or something.
Yeah,
it was very cool to see. Even the distraught woman is like a little cheered up because she's like, "Oh, that was good sports, good stuff."
That was good sports. Yeah.
My best friend may be trapped in a house and our town's burning down, but I liked that. That was great.
I was gonna say I relay the Pokeball to the lady, but maybe I just hand it to her.
That works.
Because I was thinking toss it, but I probably need to hand it to her.
That works. She is fragile and may not. She does have a below average dexterity stat, so that is probably a good call. That happens. That was a lot of rolls, so that's probably it. We're going to assume that Patricia's on autopilot, and she's been doing a great job, so I don't see why we'd tell her that she's not anymore, because she's just great.
And Jessica is still with Gimli.
Okay. Cool. Speaking of... Gimli.
Okay. So I just saw Sully like literally step on lava and it turned to stone.
Yeah.
Is that what I saw?
More or less. Okay. She got really close to it and then like squinted her eyes at it, and then all the heat went away and it just became the rock that is under the lava.
So I'm like, I think I might be able to trust Sully in this, and I can focus on this bridge now instead of building more wall. Because the wall is holding up pretty good. Despite I could probably reinforce somewhere else, but I think a lot of people are trying to escape now. And while the houses are important, the people are definitely more important. Houses can be rebuilt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's time for the Trevor Turtle combo cannon. So I'm gonna have Turtle withdraw into itself, and then Trevor is going to like basically launch Turtle into the tree.
Hell yeah!
Like combo move.
Hell
so
yeah!
Try to get that power into it and knock it over.
Let's see it. That's awesome.
Is that still D4s? Are we rolling here?
Yeah, I can't really do any better than that. I think.
3 and 2.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah.
Okay.
And you have your excavator bonuses. This is Gimli territory here.
We're modifying the terrain, baby.
Yeah.
My specialty. Okay. So Trevor's success. Let's see. So Trevor got a. Let me see that. Oh, that's a big thing. Okay. It's part of the headbutt. So that should be a 14. And then for Turtle. Wow, that's so weird. Okay. And I matched both die each on the advantage.
Okay. I won't give you bonuses for that, unfortunately, but that's still pretty cool.
That's fine. That's so weird. That's a dirty 20 on Turtle's die for the impact.
Awesome. I think we're going to say that perfectly fells the tree. It was a very impressive blast. I imagine that Turtle is kind of spinning as he's launched, or she's launched, excuse me.
Yeah.
You hear this crack as a massive tree that seems appropriate for a good bridge to navigate the rocky, cliffy terrain opposite the lava flow. Is fell. It is not in the perfect position, but it is fallen.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I guess I'll try to persuade everyone to like, hey, use this tree as a bridge to get across.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roll persuasion.
Yeah, charisma. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's mostly just because like people are distracted and like taking care of their own kind of. But if Gimli presents to them enough, like, hey, here's your solution, kind of thing.
Persuasion. Can I note that in survival somehow or no? I think it's just persuasion.
I think because you're telling others, I don't think the survival applies. Yeah.
No, that's fair. I figured I'd ask.
Yeah.
It didn't matter. I got an 18.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of the people who were stressed that they weren't going to be able to navigate to Route 112 are like, oh, great, like a bridge. How crafty and convenient. This is great. And they move over to hopefully help maybe Gimli orient it into the right spot because it does need a little bit of movement first.
Right.
That's probably it for Gimli.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Still got that helping hand, though. Pretty cool.
True, yeah.
Cindy. Crazy shit happened last turn.
Yeah. Cindy's going to try to have Sully do the same thing again. Hopefully it'll work out better this time.
Okay, roll Arcana for Sully. And remember, she has a proficiency that gives her 4, I think. So your intelligence...
That's a 15.
Okay, yeah. 15 is much better. Roll a d12. Just a plain d12.
Sure. 2.
2. That works. A solid chunk of about 40 feet of lava experience a heat vacuum as the wisps that surround Sully's body grow larger in size as she is absorbing the heat from them, and a solid chunk of the southern facing lava flow becomes stone, solid stone. Sully's blue flames that are on her tails and around her body are growing brighter. What else is happening?
Can Jack also touch the Atlas Stone, or would it take away from Sully's alpha experience?
Sully has absorbed something that is within the Atlas Stone. Jack can still touch it for sure, but I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, but it might not have the same level of effect.
It may not.
Or an effect at all.
Yeah. Okay. I think Jack will... Is the water assembly line still happening?
No, the hot springs are done. They are rock. It's a rock springs.
Okay.
To be clear, the patch of the 40 feet patch that Sully has cleared up is the southern flow of lava. The south western and western flows are still occurring.
Okay. Jack, I'm assuming, sees Sully doing what she's doing and is like, I can do that, and like tries to intimidate the lava.
Oh god.
But not close to it, just like from a distance, like I'm gonna intimidate the lava.
Because obviously Sully is scaring the lava into turning to stone.
Yeah.
I am going to make you roll for it.
So it says intimidation 3. Can I use that as like a modifier for +3 for the roll?
That is exactly what that means.
Okay. That's a 15.
Jack sneers and growls at the flowing lava that is heading westward, and nothing happens. But Jack feels kind of satisfied because he looked very scary for a moment.
I figured as much, but I figured that that's a Jack maneuver.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's Cindy's turn.
That's probably it. Okay. Sam is starting to stand up, and she is grinning and also crying a little bit. Make a perception check, Cindy.
6.
Okay. You don't notice anything.
Yep.
The rest of so now that Sully has affected an area that is significantly greater in size than the previous one that she did, and it seems like she's just absorbing the heat from the flowing lava. Connor is very impressed, and he seems like he has some faith restored. However, there is still some danger. While the southern flowing lava is mostly stopped thanks to Sully's magical power, there is still danger to be present as it loops past the hot springs and goes towards the gym, as well as the forests that are just to the north. There are no people there. There are assumed to be Pokemon there. There may not be a whole lot that can be done, but that is what he wants to take care of. So he sees how efficient Gimli is being with protecting the residential area, so he commands Volcarona to fly over to the forest and just blow at the lava that is approaching to the west. It gets a 2. Volcarona, you suck. My God. Volcarona can't do anything. Volcarona is worthless, and Connor is very frustrated, but he's very glad that these trainers that went to his gym are here because they're doing some crazy shit. So the lava moves forward. It has officially flown past the rock wall and it is starting to connect to the Pokemon Center. The Pokemon Center is not destroyed. There are no people inside. The hot springs are done for. They're all covered up. The forest to the north of Lavaridge is starting to smoke. And the path to Route 112 is now just a stone path. The original road is gone, but you can just step on it. So we'll go to Elodie.
So now that there's a stone path, like people can leave, right?
Yeah, people can start to run out.
Let's go.
So
All right, I guess this situation with the tree figured out, and with that figured out, I'll go back to the town and see if there's anybody stuck anywhere and needs help getting to exit.
Sure. Yeah, you do that. I want you to roll a dice.
Perhaps a perception?
Sure.
I have rolled a 14.
Okay. Yeah. You find nothing particularly extraordinary, but there are families, individuals, people, and they have a handful of their belongings, and they're making their way, but they might, like some elderly folks might need like a hand to hold while they step up onto the pathway or something, you know. Elodie could potentially be available to assist.
I will definitely do that.
Okay, you knew that.
Yes, help the elderly.
And while there is a pathway currently, there is still lava flowing, so it could be overtaken soon, but who knows what Sully's next actions will be. For the time being, for at least a couple minutes, people are able to walk across Route 112.
So, like, the lava is still coming from upwards, right? Of where but Sully is there, right?
Yes, currently. Sully has plenty of room around her. She is not in danger at all, but there's still a flow happening. The most dire situation is certainly the Pokemon Center. The residential area is not totally safe. There won't be any lava that's flowing over from south, but if the Pokemon Center gets boiled over, the residents' homes could definitely be in danger.
Okay, then I'll have my Pokemon shoot their water blasts at the lava, I guess, in that direction by the Pokemon Center.
Okay, from the southwest.
Right, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, roll it.
All right. We got a 14 and an 8.
Okay, pretty significant, pretty helpful. These water types are blasting their water out towards the lava. It does steam when it connects. It's not fully putting it out, but it's certainly slowing the crawl. Great work. Nicely done. It seems like at this rate, with another good turn, the residential area may just be protected. Who knows? Anything else for Elodie?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. Schmidt's turn.
Okay. Old lady has the Pokeball situation taken care of, right?
Yes. She will be able to return. Gerald the Hariyama, just for flavor reasons, is a coward and doesn't like fighting or breaking things. And which is why he couldn't leave the house.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like he's a Hariyama. Like,
Yeah.
he could break down the wall
No,
himself.
he's a gentle soul and he doesn't hurt anything.
Oh.
So. But
Okay.
yeah, Gerald's safe. Side quest
I'm
complete.
gonna say for canonical reasons, Schmidt hasn't noticed the Sully thing yet.
Yeah, sure.
He got winded a second ago and took some damage from that, but he's gonna assume that was just a panic attack.
Yeah, that's fair.
So now he's turning around to the rest of the party to see what's going on and sees all of this bullshit.
Yeah.
It just starts yelling at people, just like, what the f-? Just trying to ask what's going on.
Make a charisma check.
That's a good old-fashioned 9.
Good old fashioned 9. There's one voice on top of the gym who reaches out to you and they say, I know, what the fuck? Like way in the distance. And they're also very confused. But it seems like everyone else is just busy or just like doesn't care or doesn't have anything to say. But yeah, that one person is on your side. They're like, I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
Anything else for Schmidt?
No, that's it. Just
Yeah.
trying to find out what the fuck.
No, that's great. That's good.
Truly, yeah.
I think if someone knew the true answer, they would answer you. Gimli.
Do you think it's feasible for me to try to get towards like where what's his name? Connor?
Connor.
Terrible with names.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Go to help like him with reinforcing that area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then we're gonna go continue our wall building efforts again. It's resumed.
Awesome.
4 and 2 on the combo.
That's pretty good.
Okay. And then roll my dice. Trevor gets a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Toidle gets a 14.
Okay. Yeah, pretty successful. Definitely not a failure. Gimli's Pokemon hurl their rocks over towards the forest, where there is a risk of a forest fire, and starts to build a wall over in that direction. The hot springs are obviously done for. That's fine.
Right.
The citizens can deal with that eventually. But
Right.
Connor sees this, and for the third time, he's just blown away by Gimli's ability in the situation, and he's thinking some thoughts about how appreciative he is. That may result in canon consequences. We will see. Anything else for Gimli?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Cindy, have Sully do something
All right.
crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna suck some more lava up. Is the lava still coming from like the top of the mountain?
It is. It is gradually slowing, but it is still coming.
Okay, so it would not make sense at this time to like go to the top of the mountain and stop it at the source.
I mean, that'd be
Just
pretty
jump in
sick,
the-
though. Like,
Jump in the volcano. Oh my god.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
I think-
I'm not going to tell you that's a bad idea.
I think
This is
after
Pokemon.
this turn, like towards the end of my turn, I'll convene with Schmidt and be like, "Hey, can we get a ride towards the top for this?"
That's sick.
Okay.
And
So-
just for flavor reasons, I want to specify Sully is not absorbing the lava. Sully is removing all of the heat from it,
The heat,
which
yeah.
immediately turns it to stone.
She's gonna try to remove more heat from the lava, trying to stop it from coming into the residential area.
Sure. Give me
And
the.
that is a dirty plus 4, 22.
Ooh, that's excellent. Sully, since she's like stumbling and trying to learn this newfound power, she's starting to finally click with it after her third attempt. And you see as her eyes flash a brilliant hot blue, and all the flames on her body and the wisps around her ignite in a second, and a similar vacuum experience happens, but it's much more controlled, and the entire southern and southeastern face of Mount Chimney is completely solidified. An incredible display of power. One might say it is breathtaking. Other stuff for Cindy?
Cindy's gonna yell like, "Hey Schmidt, can we get a ride towards the top?"
Schmidt's gonna yell back and say, "What the fuck?" Just statement still applies.
Yeah, it's solely just accept it.
It's just solely. We need a ride.
Schmidt is completely like broken by this point. He just points at Patricia. It's like, she's there. You can do it.
You can do it.
We ready for
a
lift.
takeoff.
Okay,
I have a
If
question.
it's possible.
yes,
How heavy is Sully in this form?
100 pounds probably.
That's about right. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if
I
we
think-
can't both go, I'll just have Soli go.
Yeah, whatever works. Whatever Patricia's flying ability is, I'm pretty confident that she could handle both of you. Because Cindy's like
Yeah.
small too.
It's twice Patricia's weight, so
I think
that's
Patricia can handle
probably.
it. This is what we call in D&D as preparing or holding an action. So this plan is set and it will commence when it rolls back to Schmidt's turn. If Schmidt consents, which I think he does, because he just kind of stuttered and said, what the
Well, he said he pointed at Patricia. Was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, true. Roll me another perception, Cindy.
We're doing better this time. Perception +1. 17.
17. You notice two things. First, you look up and you notice that there are lots of Pokemon and machines in the sky. You hear the sound of an ordinary-ass human helicopter flying around, and you see a number of bird Pokemon and other flying types that have people on them. You can kind of make out that one of them is holding a camera. It seems like this event has drawn a lot of attention. You also, after you look up and see that, you hear a sound like a little... And you look down, and you see Frostbite. He is holding the Atlas Stone and trying to hand it to you. It was not in your hands.
Oh, great.
Do you
Can
receive?
I put it back in my backpack?
Absolutely. That was his intention.
Great. Thanks, Frostbite.
Yeah. He does a little fanged smile at you.
Very sweet. Can I pet him? Is that a free
Yeah,
free
sure.
action?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can add a charisma check to it if you want. Build the relationship.
Oh, sweet. Charisma +2. So that's 19.
Wow, yeah. You and Frostbite really hitting it off. He's fluffy, like at least his head bit is, and he's also like cold at the same time. It's a really cool feeling, and you guys are buddies.
Great.
Nice little interlude there. Sam is kind of still not functioning. She is still just kind of crying tears of joy and just seeing what is happening. It's a little strange. It seems like she might be a little like delusional or something, but overall she's in a good mood, ? But she's also not helping. Connor is going to try to see if Volcarona can actually do something for once. Nope, a 3. This is so dumb. Connor is ready to release Volcarona at this point, as Volcarona is basically useless. He actually decides at this point to send out Turbo, the Blaziken, to run up to where the rocks are and hopefully use his strength to position them in a way that is more efficient in case Gimli can't make it happen. He offers to Gimli, since Gimli has joined him in this endeavor, he says, hey, if you end up missing some of those rocks, it's fine. Blaziken will catch him and he'll put him in the right spot.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah. So now there's a super cool chicken who's like ready to move the boulders around if necessary.
Let's go.
And the residents are comfortably escaping past Route 112. Lavaridge is free to escape from. The lava is starting to slow down, but it is still flowing. At this point, it doesn't look like the residential area will be damaged. You might need to squirt some water on it or something, but it seems like it's fine. The Pokemon Center is still in danger. The gym and the Rite of Learning will not be touched.
Mm-hmm. Good. Okay.
Overall, as far as like this is meant to be a very extended skill challenge, you are succeeding. It will be a success. The question is, how much more of a success can you make it? Back to Elodie, which might be the last round of lava fighting.
Jack intimidated it. He did so good.
That's
I know,
true.
he did so good. Honestly, MVP, though.
He thinks he did.
I don't think we would have made it through without Jack scaring the lava.
True.
Where's the remaining lava again?
So the mart is gone. The mart is destroyed. The Pokemon Center is in danger of being destroyed. Residential area is probably fine, depending on how you deal with the Pokemon Center. And then everything else is chill. It's the forest to the north that Connor is concerned about.
Okay. I will keep trying to help out with the Pokemon Center with the water there with my Pokemon.
Okay.
I will roll for that. Let's go. Okay. Dirty 20 and 17.
Okay, that's great. Elodie's water types do a pretty significant job. They were just getting warmed up. They had a rough start, but here they are. They're doing great work. They blast their water over towards the part of the Pokemon Center that is in the most danger, that is currently on fire, and they put out a good corner of it. There's still a little bit of risk, but it seems to have done a pretty good job.
Awesome. And then Elodie herself will again continue trying to help people get out of there.
Sure. Yeah. She does that, or you can roll for it. Up to you. If you have any special flavor you want to give to it, I'm not sure. Yeah.
I mean, does it seem like people are like just struggling with things, or like people are lollygagging?
People are kind of lollygagging, but not because they're dumb, but because they see the stone barriers that have been erected, and they see at the pace that lava is flowing and this crazy shit that's happened to Soli, they're just less worried.
Okay. I think I'm gonna try and like put a little fire under their behinds.
Okay.
So to speak.
Sure.
And try to convince them to keep it moving.
Yeah. You can charisma that.
Cool. That is a... Would that be persuasion or just straight?
Yeah, persuasion. You're persuading.
Right. And that would be a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah. People, do you say anything specific?
Yeah, just, I think, phrase it as, all right, get some fire under your behind. We're not out of here yet.
A couple of them groan at the pun, if they pick it up, because it's like, this is like maybe a little more serious. Now is not the time for puns, but they also understand that, like, yeah, you know, she's right. It's not over with yet. Just because we feel cozy and crazy shit is happening doesn't mean it's over. There could be another eruption or something. Who knows? So they are on their way out. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Okay. Schmidt.
Can Schmidt do anything?
If he wants, I don't know.
What is there left to do?
You could help out with the Pokemon Center is still in danger. Elodie helped, but it's not done. You could help out with the effort to prevent the forest fire somehow.
Yeah, I guess. It's just like, I just have wind and I feel like I'm just fanning flames with that stuff, you know? Pokemon Center's still in danger.
Yeah, that's personally what I'm looking at next, since that looks like it's the thing that I need to help out with now, since everything else probably looks okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, reinforcing that, or getting, at least, like, if it's, like, kind of on fire, like, getting that out is kind of important, and then just, like, to salvage the building, and then me and Connor can reinforce the wall to make sure the lava isn't passing through or anything.
You could also just maybe, if you, like, you could hold your turn and plug it in somewhere else. If someone else does something interesting.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Just as a reaction. Mm-hmm.
That totally works.
Just hold action, I guess, yeah.
There we go. Because it's your turn, though, this is the time where Patricia will start flying Cindy up. Cindy and Soli. Is Soli getting scooped?
Can Cindy, like, ride on her back and then Soli be scooped?
Sure. I think Soli's small enough to be scooped. Yeah, that works. I don't think there's any checks necessary for that. I think that's something Patricia can just do. What's Patricia's flying speed, Schmidt?
Patricia's flying speed
should be in the bottom right corner of the sheet.
35 feet.
Okay. I guess they are a cloud, so it's not super fast. It will take one more go around to arrive at the summit, if that's where you're trying to go. Because we'll just say that Patricia's dashing, because, like, Patricia isn't doing anything else. So
yeah, maybe more towards, like, the forest fires, but, like, up a little higher. So that way it's like,
you're kind of ahead of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
Like, maybe not all the way up the mountain, but, like, not quite halfway, but approaching halfway up.
Understood. I can picture that. Yeah, that happens. And anything else for Schmidt's turn? I will take that as a no. Gimli, the master.
The master of terrain altering. Well, looks like everything else is kind of stable and safe, so I'm going to look to try to reinforce the wall on the Pokemon Center with Toidle, and then Trevor is going to sand attack any fire that's on to, like, I guess, simulate with water, just throwing dirt at it, trying to put it out.
Mm-hmm. That works.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Yeah. Let's see it.
So we'll do Toidles first, since it's still terrain altering. We'll try to reinforce that wall. God, that advantage is so saving me here. You know, like, the entire time I was getting, like, a terrible roll and then a godlike roll.
Let's go.
And this one was a dirty 21.
Awesome.
On the terrain altering. The other roll was a 5. So it was terrible. Then, would the sand attack be, like, it's just a sand attack, right? It's not Like, would we consider that? I wouldn't think we'd consider it terrain altering, right?
No, but
Okay,
it does. It helps the cause, but it's not excavator. No.
Right. It's not moving anything. That makes sense. Just double checking.
Yeah.
So how do we just roll a 20 on that because it's like a DC con, but that doesn't make sense for like what the context is. Just like
I would just make a skill check using their best stat. I think that's fair.
Okay. Got a 12.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, it's something. Again, this is like contributing to a massive scale skill challenge, and it's a success. So we take that.
So yeah, reinforce that wall, and then we're gonna try to sand attack the flames down as much as possible in the Poke Center, salvage what we can.
Okay. Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to tell Connor as well to be like, hey, if Blaziken can help reinforce this wall with Turtle in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Be pretty much appreciated.
Sure. Absolutely. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay.
I don't have to roll anything for Connor. I think he's on board.
Yeah, he's ready. He's locked and loaded. He's ready to help.
Gotcha.
Back to Cindy. Cindy, this could be a big moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Slowly, please.
Please.
So you're not at the summit. You're like halfway up, right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to kind of turn as much of it to stone at this place as possible.
Okay.
Try to help prevent some of the forest fires, prevent some of the lava flow from closer to the source. Since you said it's slowing down, so stopping it here is probably better than not.
Yes. Because this is the 4th time of solely doing it, and it's getting progressively better and better, I will give you an additional +10 to this check.
Cool.
Okay. Oh, it's an 18 on the dice.
Yeah.
So +10 instead of 4?
Yes. So it's a 28. Okay. Patricia identifies that Cindy says, this is the spot. This is where we're going to try this. And Soli drops out from Patricia's claws and gracefully flares the tails out to slow her descent. And it seems that as she's falling, all the flames around her body and on her tails grow bigger and bigger. And then another brilliant flash and all the hot air is sucked within her body yet again in an impressive heat vacuum. The air around everyone starts to feel a lot colder, and all of the lava that is outside of the crater of Mount Chimney is now stone. There's only lava boiling inside the caldera, as Soli has completely quelled the volcano. As this happens, Soli lands with her feet on the ground, and her flames go out, and she falls asleep.
Oh.
And you are no longer in initiative. There are cheers from the town. People are thrilled and delighted and confused. And all the people that were flying up in the air start to descend into the town and towards all of you. The sky is still covered in soot, and it's still like an orange sky because that is how it works. However, there's no threat of imminent danger anymore. And downtown, particularly Connor and Gimli and Elodie, lots of people with cameras and microphones from Mauville News and Hoenn News Network and all these places are swarming. There's a whole bunch of them. They're charging up towards you and they're asking you questions. Who are you? How did you come here? Where are you from? Are you skilled at this? Have you done this before? Why did the volcano erupt? And it's impossible to understand any of them. Schmidt and Sam are part of this as well. I'm sorry. You're all getting bombarded with journalists. Do you have any kind of response to this? Is there anything going on? Yes.
I'm out of survival instinct mode and I'm just overwhelmed.
Yes.
Schmidt is continued to be overwhelmed from the overwhelmed that he was before.
Yeah, that's absolutely reasonable.
I was in full calm survival. I gotta build stuff. And now it's just I'm just mentally done.
Got it.
That's the max of my mental capacity. I'm just overwhelmed. Like, Connor, can you talk to these people?
Yeah.
I think sensing that Elodie's gonna be like, you guys go away. It's okay, and step up with Connor to talk to the reporters.
Oh hell yeah! We love the charismatic queen.
Let's go. Performance.
That's really really sick. Yeah.
So I imagine Cindy returns Soli and rides Patricia back to like everything and like gracefully descends into like the center of media attention.
Okay. There is a crowd gathering around the center of town, kind of right in front of the burning Pokemart in the background, and none other than Connor, the Lavaridge Town gym leader, and Elodie, the representative from the Schmidt Pack, the Quacko Packo, are speaking into the microphones. Let me just get some charisma checks real quick from Elodie and Connor.
It's got to fail's charisma check too.
No, Connor got a natural 17, so he's
Okay.
ready to speak. This is his town. Like
it's just Volcarona then.
No, Volcarona just sucks. Yeah.
It was a 21.
Excellent. Are there any specific words you want to, or points? Like, you don't have to give a speech right now if you don't want, but like, the questions that they're asking are things like, you know, like, how did this happen? Like, were you prepared for this? Like, who are you? Where are you from? There's like, they're asking you a lot of questions. So like, if you had to summarize that, what would you do?
Definitely gonna stress the fact that we're the Quacko Packo. They have to know our name, you know?
Infamous.
I feel like I want to. I don't know if I want to antagonize them, but I feel like I want to make some sort of statement against Team Energy and that, like, they might have caused this.
Oh, is it propaganda time?
Oh, let's go! Propaganda time.
Influence.
You rolled high enough. This could be a big deal.
Yeah,
the whole region is watching. Elodie, like you can.
The whole region against NRG because they caused a volcanic eruption. Propaganda.
Yeah, I think I am. I think I'm going to tell them that this started in the old Team Energy hideout.
Okay. Yeah.
And that I might even talk a little bit about the videos that we watched there, you know?
Ooh.
Oh. The people have to know.
Exposing.
They have to know they're not about the revolution. They're monsters.
Wow. Yeah, taking this opportunity in the media limelight to start some beef, one might say.
Let's go! They hate us more!
That's pretty sick. Connor rolled pretty well. He obviously doesn't know about those things. So the things he speaks to is, you know, the citizens of Lavaridge, you know, the town got its name because of situations like this. So we're always prepared for these kinds of disasters. And thanks to these kind strangers, the Quacko Packo, yes, that's what they're called. They really came here to help out and save the day. And particularly this one. And he slaps Gimli on the back and he gives him a smile. There, two remaining things happen. A couple rogue reporters are rushing towards Cindy as she is trying to return solely. And there's only two of them, a man and a woman. And the woman has a microphone and the man has a camera. And she says, "Hi, interview real quick. What is this Pokemon? I've never seen this before. Can we get a close up on that?" And then the cameraman says, "I'm on it." And he just gets really up close on the passed out Soli's face. What does Cindy do?
I return Soli.
Okay.
I'm like, she needs a nap. Like, we can definitely talk later after she's healed, but she's my Ninetales.
The reporter says, "Ninetales, I've never seen a Ninetales quite like that before. That's amazing. How did it achieve that form? That's incredible. How did it stop this eruption?"
A little bit of magic. But I want to tell them that I have the Atlas Stone.
So, of course, downtown, there are all these reporters, and there's flashing lights, and there's microphones and faces. And one reporter, you know, they're asking you and Connor all sorts of questions, and you're answering them gracefully, and you're rubbing some dirt on Team Energy, and really drawing a lot of attention to that issue. And then the last thing they say, the Quacko Packo, who are you, and what's next for you?
We're here to help people of Hoenn.
However we can.
However we can. Yeah.
We're gonna find Ghibli's son.
And we're gonna find Ghibli's son. So if you've seen him, let us know. His name is Gimli.
Oh, have you seen my boy Gimli?
Since this is the first part of the interview where Gimli has said anything and he comes in with a rousing voice, the interviewers get like a little intimidated and like, whoa, like he just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, have you seen Gimli?
Have you seen my boy? I have a public eye on me now. I can put it out there.
With
we'll find him faster.
Yeah, perhaps. With an exhausted, changed form solely, and the denizens of Lavaridge returning to their safe homes thanks to the efforts of the Quacko Packo, the media crowds the party, and we will end the session there. Thank you so much for listening to the debut episode of the third season of Dunsparce Drampa. We've been releasing this podcast for about a year now, and we couldn't have done it without all of your support. Thanks to our Patreon supporters, including our latest Glenn and Fox, we're finally able to bring an editor onto our team so that I can focus on running the game without worrying about cleaning up the recordings. Please welcome our friend Kira, or Princess Kira XO on Twitch, to the Dunsparce and Drampa team. If you would like to support the series, find new ways to listen, or interact with us on social media, please check out our links at linktree/Dunsparce, linktr.ee/Dunsparce. On behalf of all of us, we can't wait to share more with you next Tuesday. In a really fun way, didn't intend this at all, but you guys ended up playing it like a D&D party or like a Final Fantasy 14 raid party, where we had like a defender who was like controlling the situation. We had a rogue who was doing like small little tasks and taking care of that. We had a mage who was like doing big things, you know, and then we had a bard that was convincing, like helping to solve the problem with the individual people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect that to play it like that, but I thought that was super cool how that ended up.